The bicameral mind? Was early human consciousness divided? What if ancient humans didn't think the way we do today, but heard their thoughts as voices from the gods? Imagine standing in the dust of an ancient city 3,000 years ago. The sun burns above. A soldier stands frozen in fear before battle, but then a voice booms in his mind. Rise, fight. You are chosen. Not his own voice, not inner dialogue like we have. A command from a god, or so he believes. But what if it wasn't divine? What if, as strange as it sounds, it was his own brain talking to itself, across a divide? This is the radical theory of the bicameral mind, proposed by psychologist Julian Jaynes in the 1970s. He suggested that for much of early human history, consciousness as we know it didn't exist. There was no inner monologue, no reflective self-awareness. Instead, the brain functioned in two parts, bicamerally. One hemisphere, typically the right, generated instructions, commands, impulses. The other, typically the left, received them, often interpreting them as coming from an external authority. People didn't think, they obeyed. Jaynes believed this bicameral mode was how early civilizations functioned. Their myths, oracles, and divine laws weren't metaphor, they were mental reality. Ancient texts like the Iliad depict characters driven entirely by the will of gods, with little sign of personal introspection. It wasn't until later texts, like the Odyssey, that we start to see something more familiar: inner conflict, self-questioning, and human emotion. The shift, Jaynes theorized, happened over time, under pressures of complexity, urbanization, and chaos. When the voices stopped answering, in crises or trauma, humans were forced to develop something new: conscious self-awareness. It's a mind-bending idea, one that rewrites what it means to be human. Are we born with consciousness, or was it invented? And could remnants of the bicameral mind still exist today? In schizophrenic voices? In religious visions? In moments of sudden, unexplainable clarity? Could we, in some ancient, forgotten layer of the brain, still be hearing the echo of gods long gone? We didn't always think. Once we were commanded, and now we wonder.